Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this in Blender. So first thing we're going to do here is go ahead and we're going to add in a plane and we're just going to stretch it to just past the camera. So we'll do just around there. Now we're going to press, just move it forward. This is just what I'm doing for my scene. You can leave it in the center if you'd like. Then we're going to go ahead and add in some text. Now we're going to press RX90 and then we can type in whatever we want. I'm just going to type in my YouTube name. Now I'm going to move it to where I want it. So I'm going to center the eye just right here. Now I'm going to add in a font. I'm going to leave a link in the description for the font that I use. So this is the font I'm going to use right here. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our plane and just move it up. So we're going to do, for the font I have here, it's just going to cover up that Q, but, or the P. I don't know why I said Q. The P just a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is copy and paste it, and we're going to select the new one that we copied, and we're going to move it back to just where it's like just lined up, so just about there. Now we're going to go ahead and add in a screw modifier on here, and it looks very funny right now, but we're going to make it look a lot better. So we're going to set this to Y, and then just set the screw to, set the angle. So it's going back like this. So we're going to need to, so I guess I'm wrong. On the axis, it's going to be on X, the X axis. And it's just going to go straight into the ground here. So just like that. That's already like the main part of the text and it looks amazing. All right, so now we're going to make the text glow and it's going to be super simple. We're just going to, let's first save our project file. And then we're going to add in a emission and set up our color. I'm just going to set the emission strength to 4. So once we have that set up, we're going to head over to our camera. And for the ground texture, we're going to just do some kind of like surface displacement pretty much. We're not going to do anything crazy, but enough to have reflections. So for this, what we're going to do, we're going to start off with a new. So just press new. All right, so now what we're going to do, let's go ahead and add in a color ramp. So search color ramp, and then we'll shift D, and we need 2 of these, one above, one on bottom. And then we're going to add in a bump. So it's just a bump. And we're not going to connect anything for right now. We're just going to get the general color and everything. Now select noise. Oh, not select noise. We're going to add in a noise texture. So now we're going to connect the factor to both of the factors on the color ramps. We'll connect the color to the height on the bump. And I'm going to set mine to 0.05. So rendered view right now looks absolutely terrible. It's going to take a second for it to look good. So we're going to go here to our world settings and turn the brightness all the way to 0. So now we just have this glowing. So the only reason this big part is glowing, it's 2 separate parts, the big part and then the smaller part in the front, which these are the letters. For now, we can just go ahead, select that and get rid of the texture. So we just have these front. But going back to the ground, these sliders, you're going to want to pull up a little bit. And then on your noise texture, we're going to set the scale to just whatever fit you're seeing. I'm going to do 25 right now. I'm going to turn the detail to 15. Turn the roughness to 0.7. So we're going to connect this bump over to our normal. And then now we're going to go to this top color ramp and connect it to the roughness. Awesome. So now we have this weird looking noise texture on the ground. Looks really cool. But we want to add displacement. So I'm going to just kind of move around these sliders until I get it somewhat to where I want it. So we're going to go around here. This bottom one, we're going to pull up, pull this down. So for right now, something like this is like perfect. Now we're ready to go to our camera and let's mess around with our camera. So what I'm going to do here is make sure your focal length is like 32, so you get the kind of wide angle looking shot almost. And we're going to pull our camera in just a little bit to about here. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to mess around with the floor and you can kind of just do whatever you want with it until you have something that looks nice. So now we're going to move on to the back area of this. These I have a kind of cracked texture here. It looks something, it's pretty much the surface displacement with just a transparent crack texture image over it. So you could literally just copy the floor material onto this and then just change some of the values of it. I guess it's really cool looking thing here. So next thing we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and add some light. So first light we're going to want to add in, we're not going to add a lot, just to be really simple. we're going to go ahead and add an area light and pull it right above here, and then just press S and X to drag it to where it's just shining on all of the letters. So right there is perfect. And then we're going to match the color of the lights with this. So what you can do is on here, you can go here, go to hex, and then select this little eyedropper thing, and then you can click the light and it will match the color. Next thing we're going to do here is we're going to go to our shader editor and go into world. Now once you're in world, we're going to move our background back a little bit, and we're now going to type in volume scatter. Once you have your volume scatter in, we're going to plug the volume into the volume. Now we're going to set the density to 0.02. You can do 3 or 4, just wherever you're comfortable with, because it's going to add this fog kind of look, and it makes it look super, super cool. So what we're going to do, I'm going to select the light actually and bring down some of the colors to like a darker kind of blue, so it contrasts it with it just a little bit. There's just more contrast in the image. All right, so now we're going to bring our camera down just a little bit, and I'm going to point it up at 91 degrees. We're going to pull our focal length in just a teeny bit, 35. So to get a different type of perspective, you can bring your camera forward and backwards and change, how far and close it is to get, a certain look, if that's what you're trying to get. So now with our light here, you can do the Control C, Control V, added a new one. And for this, you can just do RX on your keyboard and then type in 90. So in my scene, I have to do -90, and you could pull this behind your logo or letters or whatever you have here. We're just do S and X. I'm going to match it to the corner of the letters of each one, so something like that. And this one, I am going to turn it to pink, or just whatever color you want, honestly, and it gives this really cool like neon look. Makes it look really, really cool. And you can mess with the volume and just like all of the with the fuse and all the little knobs, and get it looking to however you want. But on mine, I'm going to set the diffuse to 0 and then leave everything else default. And then my brightness is going to be at 65 for my power. And this is where I'm going to leave it at right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's super simple. You can do so much stuff with this to get it to look different. You can turn the lights down, have a really dark look. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if y'all have any questions, leave a comment. Make sure to like. If this was helpful at all, subscribe, go for it. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Hope y'all enjoyed.